The following program contains graphic images that some may deem offensive. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, I'm Farah Hayat.
And I'm Marie-Ève Gagné.
Welcome to Concordia Reports. Today we'll get you connected to the issues surrounding the internet.
We'll be taking an in-depth look at the good, the bad, and the totally bizarre sides of cyberspace.
This is the Geek Week edition.
Buy it, use it, break it, fix it, trash it, change it, mail, upgrade it, plug it, play it, burn it, rip it, drag it, drop it, zip and zip it, lock it, fill it, curl it, find it, view it, code it, jump and lock it, surf it, scroll it, pose it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch, update it.
On today's show,
famous or phony? Who's the true person behind the profile?
Apparently, the tweets were counterfeit.
your life online. How much is too much?
What happens online stays online.
And getting X-rated on the go.
Porn and sex in general are just kind of all around you.
Technologic.
Social networking is becoming more popular. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or MySpace, making friends can be as easy as clicking a button. But this has led to a growing problem, impersonation. Reporter Beatrice Bernard-Poulain is on the story. So, Beatrice, how serious is this issue?
Well, it's serious enough to wonder when you go on Facebook, type in the name of the person you're looking for and click Add Friend. Is that even a real person? Marketing campaigns are increasingly using fake profiles to sell products, and fake celebrity profiles are becoming more and more mediatized. Here's what I found out.
And astroturfing is when you false social. I go online and I impersonate somebody to advance a specific product.
But marketing campaigns aren't alone in creating fake identities on social networking sites. Someone impersonated Jeff Schultz of the Washington Capitals on Twitter.
My solution was not to go crazy and try to get those people to take it down. It was, well, Jeff, you should do a real Twitter.
But here's where it gets complicated. On The Tonight Show, William Shatner, that's the guy from Star Trek, read excerpts from Levi Johnson's Twitter. That's the father of Sarah Palin's daughter's baby.
Anybody know where I can get some good weed? I feel like I'm in a rap video every time I come here. You know you're a celebrity when strangers want to see your penis.
And Johnson threatened to sue.
Apparently, the tweets that we read were counterfeit. They were written by a clever imposter posing as the witty Levi Johnston.
Johnson's lawyer thinks Twitter has a responsibility in this situation. But Conan's
Tonight
solution?
we want to read some real, verified quotes from Levi Johnston.
Guess what? I shot a big-ass bear.
So what about ethics?
It's not so much intellectual property, but it's you. It's hacking into somebody's, not hacking in per se, but pretending to be somebody or something that you're not. You're, in the long run, hurting people. Some ethical issues there to consider.
For Concordia Reports, I'm Beatrice Bernard-Poulain.
Well, that's it. Back to you, Marie-Ève.
All right, well, thank you very much, Beatrice. So yeah, Facebook is a really hot topic right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, my video phone is vibrating. Oh look, it's Matt LaFleur on the phone. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Farah. Check out what I found out.
Yes, isn't that the story you were talking about the profiles that live on after you're dead?
Yeah, that's it. Recently, Facebook announced a new feature that will surely appeal to grieving hearts.
In today's technology-driven world, it seems that less people are meeting in person to communicate, choosing instead to communicate through their computers. Facebook allows someone to convey a wide range of emotions to another person. And now, you can add mourning to that list. Facebook has recently decided to create memorialized pages for deceased persons. These memorialized pages will differ from regular profiles. They will have no contact information or status updates, and only confirmed friends will be able to view the profile. Also, Facebook will no longer ask you to reconnect with this person, which was a reoccurring complaint. A scholar in spirit photography and digital media, Simone Natale says that this change isn't something new.
So I read of similar projects to make something like funeral pages in the internet. But I also think that no one of these projects has really succeeded to become a mass project or something.
For some people, this change means a lot. Remy Kuzam lost a friend last year, and since then, many friends, including himself, have written heartfelt messages on that friend's wall.
Well, basically, I've read about experiences that people had with that common friend, which actually make you feel better, right? And everyone is sharing a piece of history with the friend.
For Concordia Reports, I'm Matthew Leffler.
Are you giving away too much about yourself online? I'll tell you what I think. Coming up later.
Online dating is the matchmaker of the 21st century. In 2001, 1.2 million Canadians visited online dating sites with the intention of finding a serious relationship. And this number increases each year. Online dating is no longer a social taboo. In fact, it is responsible for over 100,000 marriages in the U.S. alone. Mary Lou Ritchie is one such person who met her soulmate on Lava Life.
And I met someone that I am now engaged to. After the first date, it doesn't really matter where you met, it's what's next. And that's really what it offered. It offered me an avenue to meet that person, and we met online. Doesn't really matter anymore.
But not all cases are positive. As Shadi.com user Rahana Rahman tells us, many take advantage of the system.
On his profile, he was an engineer living in Florida, 49 years old, half Greek, half Muslim. Ended up being a 30-year-old man in Nigeria who wanted means to come over here. I find they're not honest. The profiles are not right, the ages are not right, the photos are not right.
People are also making new friends and even falling in love with people you'd never meet at a bar or singles club. Websites such as writeaprisoner.com are pen pal services connecting people with inmates who are serving time in prison. People can browse through the inmates' profiles and write them a message online. The prisoner then reads a printed version and sends a response through the postal service. The goal is to lift the spirits of the prisoners and to keep them connected with the outside world. This year marks the 10th anniversary for many of these services.
The internet is a goldmine of helpful resources. It's also a treasure chest of procrastination tools.
And as our editorialist Amy Minsky tells us, it also has a great memory. Many of the thoughts and information we post online are there permanently. Are people too laissez-faire online?
Here's Amy's point of view.
I hate my stupid boss. I broke my dry spell last night. My roommate's going to be out of town this weekend, and I really don't like being home alone because the back door doesn't really lock properly and it's scary. I found out who the daddy of my baby is. Okay, well, none of this is true because I don't know these people, so I don't trust them with my secrets. Yet people publicly broadcast information like this all the time online. Oh, because it's on Facebook, it's okay? Well, as much as I like to think I'm a popular girl, I don't have 395 friends. No one does. Now, you don't have to be as paranoid as I am, but hear me out just for a minute. The internet can be a lot like Las Vegas. What happens online stays online. I spoke to a computer science engineering professor from the University of Washington. Even he said people put too much trust in the internet. Levy said, once we enter anything online, we don't control where it goes, and we don't control how long it stays there. Yet people still use unsecured internet sites to store and send their bank account numbers, their home addresses, their phone numbers. This is sensitive information criminals use to rip people off. And don't think that just because we're in friendly Canada, we're immune to internet crime. The American-based Internet Crime Complaint Center pegged Canada as having the 4th highest number of perpetrators of internet crime. Don't get me wrong, I love the internet and the freedom and accessibility it has given me. Online storage tools like Google Docs and web-based emails allow me to access any of my data from any computer. Unfortunately, so can lots of other people. Over the summer, a hacker got his paws on the Google Docs that Twitter executives were using to store their business documents. If it can happen to them, it can happen to me and you. And this is just a security issue. What about the embarrassment angle? Is this what you want potential bosses seeing when they creep you online? Good luck, girls. For Concordia Reports, I'm Amy Minsky on Geek Week.
Move out Martha Stewart, scoot over Marion New. A new wedding planner is in town, and the best part is she's completely free, thanks to this new open source website known as thecleverbride.net. And as we will see, you don't need to spend thousands to have the perfect wedding. Kayla Capri is the face behind The Clever Bride, with over 1,000 users a month. Sales Director Kathy Neme explains how this website is different from the rest.
But what's really different is the fact that there's an interactive side to the website, in the sense that not everybody has necessarily the budget to hire a wedding planner, but by using the website you can actually act as if you had a wedding planner sitting right next to you, and you can do it all from the comfort of your home or from work or really from anywhere, and it's free.
With the rise of open source networks on stand, magazines are slowly being replaced by sites such as these.
A magazine, you can look at it a couple of times, and when you're done with it, you just toss it aside. But the internet, there's always something new because you can change it every day. So I think that in the long run, the internet will definitely win over magazines.
More and more people are getting their breaking news online as well. Today, people log on to Twitter instead of picking up a newspaper. But it's not always the journalist writing the stories.
Whether it's filming a breaking news story through camera phone or tweeting, citizens have become part of the news production. Reporter Ornella Bersonetti interviewed former Concordia student, journalist, and blogger Tim McSorley.
Tim has been working at citizenship.org for a year and a half. He is also the analysis editor for the Dominion paper and co-host of the CKUT radio show called Le Lendemain de Veille. He explains his views on citizen journalism.
For me, at least, citizen journalism is people telling stories about things going on around them and in their everyday lives. So it could cover a wide range of possibilities. From earlier this year, people caught a plane crashing on the Hudson River in New York on their cell phones and uploaded it online. That's the first people to report on it. To the reports from the Iranian election that people were putting on Twitter and using cell phones as well. To people blogging about their daily lives anywhere and just about the things going on around them, but in the hopes of not just as a diary, but of telling people stories and informing people about the world around them. Well, it's definitely been a way that's given people more tools. So whereas before you needed to have access to a radio signal or to a television station or to a printing press, the web has in some ways democratized media more. So individuals are able very easily to set up blogs, use their cell phones to upload photos and videos, use tools like Twitter and WordPress and Facebook to transmit information. And the price has drastically dropped at the same time, not just for computers, but also for equipment, for digital cameras, for audio recorders. And so the web has given people a whole new network as far as being able to pass on their stories and share information. There's still a bit of a tug of war with mainstream journalism. I think there's a lot of mainstream journalism, especially journalism websites, for example, CNN, that have iCNN now, where they actively encourage people to upload cell phone videos and photos and post links to stories as a way to integrate citizen journalism into their work. But at the same time, there's still that tug of war where citizens aren't necessarily seen as being journalists. And I think it's an important discussion to have because even with citizen journalism, a lot of questions have been brought up about accuracy, about fairness, not necessarily objectivity, because that's a whole debate on its own, but just the idea that somebody with a cell phone camera uploading a video that may be out of context could actually, push forward wrong information rather than actually telling the accurate story. And so there's a lot of debates that a lot of people involved in citizen journalism are still having about what kind of guidelines there need to be or how to approach it. But I think at the same time, it's come a long way, and it's gaining a lot of credibility. Oh no, not at all. No. There's nothing regulating that. I guess that kind of speaks to some of the criticisms that can come up, where there's nothing regulating citizen journalism. But at the same time, although there is the Quebec Press Council and professional associations for journalists, no one needs to get a license to start a new profession, call themselves a professional journalist and start a website as well. there's still a definite need for professional journalists and a reason why there's professional journalists. But I think that more and more there needs to be an understanding that the two can work side by side and can complement each other. And so I definitely see citizen journalism increasing as more people are using the internet, as more people are accessing news online, and as the tools to do so and to communicate grow. But I think that one doesn't cancel out the other, and I think it's important to find ways that they can both work together. And so that professional journalists, a lot of journalism websites are now saying they're going to put up paywalls and block the information they're putting on their site to try to stop bloggers from taking that information and simply reprinting it. But at the same time, a lot of citizen journalists use that information to build on the stories and then report on their own. And so it's to find ways that that both kind of venues for journalism can kind of grow together. And I think that's the best way to in the end, get a better picture of what's going on in our world.
Marie-Ève, we're in the middle of a show. Stop playing with your phone. That's it. Give it to me. What is this? Is this porn?
Relax, Farah. It's just Pornhub Mobile. I can watch porn for free anytime and anywhere I want on my cell phone. It's a booming industry right now in North America.
But isn't porn something you watch in the privacy of your own home?
I asked myself that same question and decided to investigate. Check it out. In Montreal, sex is everywhere, and now it's on our cell phones. Pornhub Mobile is a Montreal-based porn website that can be accessed from any cell phone with an internet connection. It is one of many mobile sites that has created a community for porn fans to post their own videos. Access is completely free, and you don't have to be a member to watch some of the action whenever and wherever you want. Kojo is the team leader of marketing at Pornhub. He explains society no longer sees sex as a taboo.
It's much more mainstream, I think. I mean, porn and sex in general are just kind of all around you, and people are just more comfortable with sex in general. So, I mean, it's natural that we have access to it in more places, especially with society as a whole becoming more internet-based.
I decided to put this to the test. I took my cell phone around campus and conducted a little social experiment.
A large coffee?
No reaction. Sylvain Duguay, Concordia professor of sexuality and film, was not surprised by my results.
We've become used to being in an overpopulated environment. So we have our own headphones, people have their headphones, they have their screens, we have our screens. So we've learned to either respect each other's privacy or not care about what other people are doing.
Mobile porn sites are allowing busy people to let their sexual fantasies run wild during a lunch break. But this is also teaching others to control their own curiosity and keep their eyes to themselves. For Concordia Reports, I'm Marie-Ève Gagné. Screams of pleasure are not the only things being uploaded onto the internet. The new horror film, Paranormal Activity, is generating screams of terror. And some audience members are recording them on their cell phones.
Oh my God!
The sounds of the audience reactions are uploaded onto YouTube. The screams are meant to serve as proof that the film is in fact disturbingly scary and not just another horror flick. Some critics say it is the scariest film they've seen since The Exorcist. Paranormal Activity is playing in theaters now. Check your local listings for showtimes, if you dare.
Well, that's it for Geek Week. If you have any comments, tweet us at twitter.com/ConcordiaTV. You can also find us on Facebook, MySpace, LinkedIn, MSN, Google Chat, Google Wave, Yahoo Messenger, and ICQ.
And if you can't get enough of our show, you can always watch our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Concordia Broadcast. Thanks for watching. I'm Marie-Ève Gagné.
And I'm Farah Hayat. And remember, always practice safe cybersurfing.
It combines the power of your computer with the convenience of your telephone to bring you hundreds of online services, like a reference library and international news wires. It helps you decide on investments, make airline reservations, and shop the electronic mall. It connects you with other computer owners and offers games against opponents around the country.
Technologic.